Now with this CD, I heard it and I was very impressed with MGK music on this album. But I do feel like it's a couple tracks that he shouldn't have been singing on. It just didn't come across right. I'm listening to it and I'm like, man, what the fuck is he doing? But far as the regular music that MGK first got his fan base over, the struggle, the coming up, being a rock star, motivational type songs, things he's been through. He definitely give that on his album. We already know his story. We know where he's from. He repped Cleveland hard, and he just came across different on this album. I would say the whole Bloom title, Bloom means blossom in a sense, and that means growth. And you can definitely feel his flows on here is different. Even the lyrics are stepped up a little bit, and I'm like, damn, well, he never really came across as a weak rhyme spitter in my personal opinion, but you definitely could see the growth on this album. I definitely feel like this is his second best album. I didn't really like the last project. I thought it was cool, but I think with this, he went more on a personal touch than just going for radio hit singles and like bangers and shit like that. Even though that joint with Quavo and Ty Dolla Sign is hard, like I was like, I don't really know Quavo, Ty Dolla Sign. The hook is dope. Quavo verse was lackluster on that, and I was like, damn, I was expecting more, but MGK definitely thrived on that song. I was definitely like, okay, this gonna be one of my ones right here, because I wasn't expecting that shit to be anything, and that shit, the production on this album is what really came across as powerful, but all that singing country vibe type records, I feel like he should have went out and got somebody to do the hooks on those parts, sped the beat up a little bit, and just rapped. You know what I mean? The lyrics, for whatever reason, are deep, and real and honest, but I couldn't get with that singing. Those tracks, you already know what I'm talking about. I don't gotta mention them. I don't even feel like grabbing my notes, but other than that, it's a solid album. Couple joints I didn't really rock with, but other than that, he had a solid body of work. I'm glad I picked this album up. Glad it's in the collection. Y'all definitely let me know what y'all think about it. I was shocked, but I mean, what's up? Now, when I first seen Paramore was coming out with another album, I didn't really know what to expect, but the cover of the album let me know it's gonna be an '80s type vibe, which it was. And I was like, wow, how the fuck they gonna pull this off? And I know this album is not for everybody. It's not for a day one fan of Paramore. I definitely feel like the Riot album is their best work. That emo type music, it ain't nowhere near on here. But Haley lyrics is what shine on this album with the production. You know what I mean? And the producer, whoever, I forget his name, York or something like that, the production on this joint, crazy. I know how they been through their little scuffle with members going in and out. She definitely talks about friendship on this album. She definitely talks about, not wanting to be in the industry anymore. Is Paramore the group really still worth it? She gives her heart out, pours her heart out on this album. And I definitely feel like it's dope to me. I was sitting in this motherfucker jamming like, hey, number three is my shit. Like that's that production. It's crazy. I got a couple joints in here, but the third track, I keep running that shit back. It's just something about the way she sings, the melody on that record is just crazy. Grudges is another one. Idol Worship is another one. What's another one that I really fuck with? I don't, like I said, I don't have the track list right here, but definitely number three is my shit. She got a couple joints in here, but the whole slow records, I really can't fuck with them. You know what I mean? I don't really fuck with the first record. Second one is cool, third one cool, but them slow records, like ballad type records, they not ballads, but they just slow pace. I really can't rock with them. And that Friends joint, really not fucking with that. But other than that, it was a good album. It took me back to being a kid watching certain MTV videos, that '80s vibe and everything like that. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Now this is the one that everybody, I don't know what to say about it. I bought the album when it came out. I skimmed through it, haven't heard it, but I did go to Target on Saturday. His album don't seem to be selling. You know how deluxe editions of albums always sell out? This nigga shit was stocked in Target, the standard and the deluxe. And I'm like, damn, for a Harry Styles album, I would think people would be going crazy over this shit. And buying the hell out this CD. But I mean, I was shocked. I forget a lot of people don't really buy CDs. You know, they don't even pay for them digitally. They just stream them. So I was like, wow, that's crazy. I thought this shit would instantly sell out. You know, but you never know. It could have sold out on Friday and they restocked it. But I highly doubt it though, because sometimes Target will get like one shipment of CDs and they won't really, once it's sold out, that's pretty much it. They may restock it, they may not. But yeah, it was a lot of CDs there and I kind of listened to it, but I don't know. For some reason, I really can't get into this album. You know, maybe I'll sit with it and try to dive into the project to see what it's what. But I don't know. These One Direction niggas coming out with solo albums and shit. I really thought this was gonna take off. I remember when I seen a picture of Jay-Z with this nigga, and I was like, yo, what they up to? That's what really got me into the whole trying to want to see what his music was about, and you know him dating Taylor Swift and all that shit. But I was shocked that this shit really didn't sell out. And I seen his video. I'm like, why is this nigga running on water and flying on some Peter Pan shit? I'm like, hell no, this nigga look like Speedy Gonzalez just running over the water. And I was like, yo, that's not cool. Only God can walk on water, my nigga. And that shit looked crazy with that flying shit. Maybe it's the reason why he did the video like that. It just took me back to being 5 years old watching Peter Pan and seeing this nigga flying and shit. I was like, what the fuck is this nigga? Like, if that's a sign of the times, well, shit, I guess it ain't for me. But anyway, yo, I don't know what to think about this album. I'm going to check it out, though. But y'all let me know what y'all thought about it. I personally don't see the hype, you know, and a lot of these quote-unquote boy bands having a one member that kind of take off. No pun intended right there, but yeah, that's just a sad thing to see all them CDs sitting in there and motherfuckers was really passing them up, not even worried about purchasing the shit. I'm out of here.